Hello, everybody. This is my market outlook. This is Joel Medina. Right now is Sunday, and it is 10:48. You can see here the date, the 6th of February 2022. And this is the market outlook. This is GJ right now. Took this sell already explained that on a Zoom, and I think I even live streamed the whole thing. The sell entry here, I just repeated this entry today on gold. I'm gonna show you what I did. And right now, but let me go here on GJ. GJ right now is bullish, but now we have a potential retracement down to here, and even here probably by tomorrow if we keep rejecting this such as this is a really strong zone. So there's a strong rejection here happening, and I have been expecting this rejection to visit down here since Friday, and might happen now. As we can see, the weekly already created a nice support here, so the structure is quite simple to read. We can see we just tapped here again on the higher high, previous higher high, after this visit to this range zone, and now revisit and form a really nice support. This is good for GJ to continue going up. The structure is upwards, it's just bullish. Now, the daily started right in the middle of the previous candle, at least on this FXCM chart. So this makes sense because this is a really strong level. This is one of the biggest, highest, strongest levels on GJ, the 156, the price point. So this rejection now might play out to push the price down to here, which is 155.6, as we can see here, 63 around there, and even down below to 155.500. We even have pressure and space to fall down to 155.00. So we still have all of this space to fall and not break the daily bullish structure. So just that's really important to keep in mind. So right now the momentum is bullish, strong rejection here. Short term, we might see a rejection push down to here and maybe here by tomorrow, by the time I wake up, if we don't reject this again, because this is a really strong level. So I say it is a really strong level because we fell from grabbing all of this liquidity during New York. This was on Friday, and as we can see, the the price just tried to like break. It actually broke, but closed back above. So that's how strong that level is. And then we just have been ranging since we opened Asia. So this liquidity grab maybe is the preparation to continue the visit down to here. So that would be my potential outlook. So I would be looking for sales. The trick is that either grabbing sales from here is a little bit tricky because of this such a strong zone. But if we break below here on the 30-minute chart, if you want to scalp it, if we break below here and we get like a rebound here, we can actually grab this fall down to here, and this shouldn't matter anymore because this was a big liquidity grab during I think this was the news actually, so that's why this happened. So if there are no news, then that means that most likely, or the probabilities for this, if we break below here to just keep falling to down here, are really high. So that would be my outlook on GJ. I think short term, we could see a correction. Now, if we reject this by tomorrow and break above here, then obviously we just flip the bias. And I would flip my bias, and I would actually consider grabbing buys above 156, 100 actually would be the level. But can actually do something like this. It's really wide. It doesn't look so good, but this is the zone. I mean, on the higher time frame at least, you can see around here. So yeah, anything above 156.100 might be a really nice scalping entry. If you're a scalper, you might want to do something like around, yeah, around here. So around here, you might want to draw the 30-minute limit, and this week is just the opening week, so that also can be ignored because this is when you open the new week. So yeah, if we break above here, might be a good idea. Even though this is too noisy, so I maybe a better entry would be above here, the break of the major structure. It actually would be a really nice buy stop because now we have rejected 4 times on the structure on a precise level. When that happens, it's really nice for buy stops. Actually, those are one of the my favorite buy stops setups right here. But it would be I like to do them context based, so I would actually prefer to see what's going on at the moment I place in. So yeah, so we have to wait a little bit. But right now, my main bias would be that for what I can see is there is a high probability that we if as we reject here and break below here, we visit down here by the time I wake up. So that's GJ. On gold, this is what just happened. I just sold a top and made 4.5 R's on that particular trade just right now. And this trade was literally the same concept used for this sell here. Literally same concept. I do that once and I'm like every single time. So this is how I did it. Actually, let's do the outlook first. Number one, gold has just broke a massive bearish candle on the weekly. So right now the main bias is bearish, but we have been correcting that push. Okay, so this is the bullish move that we are witnessing right now. Is kind of like is the correction of the massive fall on the weekly time frame. So the there's those candles are suspects. They grab a lot of liquidity down to this really strong zone here on gold, and this one did the same thing and just finished bullish. So that's this is interesting because that might be hinting towards maybe breaking above here, and still you could break above all of this here and still keep the bearish weekly structure. Now the question is where and how far can we go before the bearish structure stops making sense. Obviously it would be the top of the candle where it just literally just break the structure, but we have a really strong level that we can pay attention to, that if we break above it is really, the probabilities for price to continue going down are really kind of like diminished massively. And that would be this level up here on 1832. 1832 is a massive, big, high time frame level where we have on the weekly rejected many times, one, two, three, four. This is all of these are rejections on the weekly, and 5. And then this could be considered maybe a fake out if we're gonna just continue going down. So it is a really strong zone. So I would guess that this could be a fake out on the weekly, and that if we reject from here, then we could still fall all the continue falling. So that is if we visit here. Now the outlook is still we are under a bullish pressure where we have grabbed a lot of liquidity. So my question would be, what is the price about to do after grabbing all of those nice entries down below here? So, that would be interesting. The sell, and now I can actually explain the sell. When you look left, the reason why I took it right there, and it was only like 10 pips stop loss, even though if you wanted to be conservative, should have been like around here, at the top of this. But I kind of trusted a little bit the zone, and I made a 10, which is like a few pips above the previous candle wick. And the reason it was pretty much the same as the other reasoning for GJ, which is we did this during a lot of pressure of New York, the New York volume. So if New York volume, even the news, by the way, this was news. If all of that pressure couldn't break this level, my question was, are we going to break it if we're coming up so early to this level? Because this was literally the beginning of Asia, as we can see. This is literally the opening, And right there, just 3 hours, and within 2 hours, we were already at the top. So my question was simple: what are the odds or the probabilities that this will break just like that, just opening the week? And they were really low on my view. For the same reasoning, I took the other entry on GJ because most likely if we're gonna have some sort of volume on GJ, it usually happens actually at the time that I'm recording, and like beyond 9:30, let's say actually 10:30, for around there. So this happened way too early. This is 8 p.m. Okay, this is before 8 p.m. So it was way too early. It was a massive level, so the sell limit was kind of painted for me right there. It was quote unquote what I would call a dead giveaway for me. So the probability, it doesn't mean it will always work. It just means that the probabilities for this to work are really high, at least on my experience. Now you have to really know how to when to do this, okay? Because this is all context based. Okay, that's the importance of this. So for gold, I would actually wait for this rejection to happen if we visit here again on not during London, and see if we have some sort of a structure here, or if we're gonna break above it to see if we're gonna just continue the bias, the bullish bias, and maybe continue with the buy entries. Now we are kind of like we are kind of like bending the move, so it looks like it's getting exhausted just by the look of it, like this. So if we reject again during like tomorrow a really nice volume session, then I think the probabilities for this to fall and maybe visit again down below here could become higher. Now we have to see this because we don't even have a week below the daily candle. I think even the weekly, yeah, the weekly don't even have a week. So maybe this is the liquidity needed to come visit for the rest of this week down to here, and that would look something like this, like a black candle coming down to here and tapping here, if we want to visualize it like that. But we still have to wait. The only entry I could see was this one. I already took it, and right now look at this rejection already kind of confirmed. Now closure below this level, so we have to see what's going to happen with this area. This area is a little bit noisy. I wouldn't be trading around here. Doesn't look attractive to me. I would actually prefer things like this, like simple, at the limit. And yeah, that's it. That's what I see with gold. It's all based on what might happen by tomorrow with this level here, or if we open up tomorrow and by the time I wake up I see that we are rejecting something around here, a good support here, then we might have an opportunity to maybe revisit here, throughout the week. But we have to see on that. So I hope this helps somebody. This is my outlook for the market. This is Joel Medina. If you want to follow me, because I actually uploaded, so actually did a story as it was happening, the sell here, of my MetaTrader and all of that, moving down and even coming to the TP. So if you want to see all of that, just follow me on my personal Instagram at Joel Medina V, or the Forex Instagram, where I share only Forex stuff. Actually, that one would be better, at Coinducation, and that's on Instagram. So see you on the next video or live stream. Have a great week. Great week.